Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's webinar. It's my privilege and honour to be able to share this with you tonight. And make sure you thank the person that invited you on to tonight's webinar, as this is something that has the potential to radically change your life. Now, tonight we're going to show you how you can start your own business without the risk of investing hundreds of thousands of dollars. And our goal is to help you see that anyone can work for themselves and earn money. And if you stay until the end, we'll also show you how you can build a residual income, create freedom, earn free holidays, and a lot more. So who are you listening to tonight? Well, my name's Stuart Munro. I'm a family man, love my family. I'm a silver executive director with the company that you'll hear about tonight. I love the outdoors and everything that goes with it. I'm a big fan of snow skiing, and I love my fishing, and I love getting out and camping with the family as well. As you see with some of those photos there, we've got the family. I love taking the family with me. Up the top there is a couple of photos from our trips over to Japan snow skiing. That one with me buried chest deep in snow was one of probably the best days I've ever had on skis. They have 60 centimetres overnight, and it was just fantastic. Got to meet some of the locals and the snow monkeys. That was a great experience that I loved sharing with the boys and my partner. And there we all are out in the family boat with the dogs as well. That was a very interesting day. I'll just leave it at that. And then there's us camping as well. We love going on camping trips around this beautiful country of ours, and that was a trip from a couple of years ago where we went for a 3-week jaunt around the Victorian high country, which was just fantastic. And of course, down the bottom, we always get to mix business with pleasure, which is one great thing about what we do. The photo there, enjoying a quiet ale at one of the VIP cocktail events we had, and then there's me up in front of my peers sharing my story, which was an absolute honour to be able to do that. So you get the best of everything with this business. So who are we? Well, we are dual networking. We have members in the $1 Million Income Earners Club within the company. We have top associates, top enrollers. We have the top business builders. We have the top income growth. We have top income earners. We have the Rookie of the Year, and it's all coming through our team, and all by following the systems that we have in place. Systems are the key. So who's the company we're talking about tonight? Well, the company we partner with is Mannatech. Now, Mannatech are basically in the middle of relaunching at the moment, and we've got a 25-year-old track record. We have new branding. We've got a new compensation plan. We're basically a ground floor opportunity, as I said earlier, with a 25-year track record, which is an awesome opportunity to get amongst. And we have state-of-the-art online training facilities to help you make the most of this business. As I said, it's vitally important to have systems in place to follow, and we have, which is arguably the best systems in the business. Now, Mannatech have done a lot of things right. They focused on research and development first. They have a lot of clinical studies. In fact, we have 17 human clinical trials, and 13 of those double-blind placebo studies, which is the gold standard in human clinical trials. So you can't get any better than that. They focus on fat loss versus weight loss, and products are made from real food. We have a social entrepreneurial side to the company called M5M, and I'll explain what that is all about as we go through the presentation. We have patents on our technologies. To date, I think we have around 120 patents worldwide, which is really unique for our industry. And of course, we have a 100% money-back guarantee. Now, like a lot of companies, Mannatech have done a few things wrong as well as they've been growing. And probably the worst thing, the biggest thing, was that we didn't really train well enough on compliance. And what we mean by that is, I mean, our products are so good, and people were getting such incredible results that they were jumping up on stage, yelling it from the rooftops, getting on television programs, radio interviews, front pages of newspapers saying it's This stuff's amazing. It's curing the honkus of the bonkus. And we just can't say that. And Mannatech got into a bit of trouble over that. Our branding was old. In fact, it probably came off the ark with Noah, so it's a good thing we changed it. It looks really good now. And our income was okay, but not great. And the new compensation plan that we have introduced has really changed things dramatically. And in fact, it's probably the industry, probably leading the industry now with the compensation plan, which is the benchmark, which is really, really good to be part of. So let's have a dream for a moment. People have lost the art of dreaming. It's a bit sad, really. So imagine your income increasing every month. You're earning all expenses paid international holidays every year and creating financial security for you and your family, plus doing something that gives you purpose. How would that make you feel? Just think about that for a few seconds. It'd make you feel pretty good, wouldn't it? Now, see, people dream about different things. Everyone has different dreams. If everyone dreamt, everyone was exactly the same, it'd be a pretty boring place to be, wouldn't it? So everyone has different priorities, different dreams. Some people dream about going on exotic holidays. Some people love recognition. Some people love the freedom to be able to do what they want to do when they want to do it. And some people, it's all about security. They want to know that they're financially secure in their later years. And some people love to be doing something that has a purpose behind what they're doing. So which dream do you fit into there? Or maybe it might be something completely different. Now let's imagine that you don't do anything, and in 5 to 10 years, nothing has changed. You're still struggling. You've gone further into debt. You've been on no grand holidays. Your job's insecure. You're living without passion and purpose. How would that make you feel? Crushes the dreams, really, doesn't it? See, there's 3 shifts that we need to have a look at and need to address. The 3 shifts. Shift 1, people want real. They want real products, they want real results and real support. People are over the get-rich-quick schemes and products that promise a lot and don't deliver. Shift 2, people want to create a living with purpose. And shift 3, people realize that they are the ones who need to control their financial future. No longer can they rely on the government for handouts and things like that. Especially now the baby boomers are starting to move into the retirement sector. The government just aren't going to be able to afford to be able to give people handouts. So let's have a look at them one at a time. Shift number 1, real products, real results, and real support. Okay, we all know this. We live in a toxic environment. You don't have to be Einstein to work that out. People are malnourished, and it's not just the kids that you see there in the photo, the third world countries. No longer is it just third world countries. It's worldwide, in your first worlds as well. And the main reason for that is people just aren't eating the right foods. And even when they are eating the right foods are picked green and they don't have the nutritional value they once had. Our soils are depleted of minerals. Food can be stored in cold storage. I mean, apples can be stored by supermarkets for up to 2 years, I think it is, which is just incredible, just crazy when you think about it. And there are synthetic vitamins and minerals, or synthetic vitamins out on the market, and minerals that are just crushed up rocks. In fact, 95% of what's on the market is in the vitamin and mineral market is synthetic, which is just disgusting. Now, Mannatech address key global markets, and there's a strong global demand for the areas that we're in. I mean, have a look at some of the sizes of some of those markets. Weight management, $583 billion, and that's growing, pardon the pun. Skincare and anti-aging, $39 billion. Sports and performance, $6.7 billion. And nutrition and integrative health, $82 billion. They're not little markets, they are big markets. And we have a very strong global demand for what we have, because no one can really come close to what we have to offer with our products. See, we started with a fantastic product called Ambritose, and it started with a cell. Now, on your cell, you have these branches coming off called proteins, and on those branches are things called glycans. Now, glycans, there's over 200 of these in nature, but there's only eight of these glycans that are required for a thing called cellular communication. Now, the biggest problem is that out of those 8, we are only getting 2 out of our diet, which is not good. And those 2 things are glucose and galactose. They're probably getting them in excess. We're probably getting actually too much of those 2. Now, this is where we brought in a product called Ambritose, and it has over 50 patents on it. And we have the 8 glyconutrients in this product. It's fantastic. Now, these glyconutrients, the glycans, are required by every cell in your body, every body on the planet, and every process of the human body. That's pretty important. So I'm going to read that again. They're required by every cell in your body, every body on the planet, and every process of the human body. And we have the only product that can give you those 8 glyconutrients. Now, that's a pretty powerful statement from a business point of view. The glyconutrition, you could basically call it the umbrella for everything else that goes on in your body. Everything else comes underneath that umbrella of glyconutrition. General nutrition, your immune system, your brain health, your fat loss, your fitness, anti-aging, and skincare and beauty. And it's not just us that are beating our chests about it. There's a lot of third-party validation out there as well. Science Magazine, the American Association for Advancement of Science, did a fantastic article on glycans and glycobiology. And this statement here, it speaks volumes. Glycans play roles in almost every biological process and are involved in every major disease. Now, I think that goes to show you that this is a pretty important thing to be looking at. And Ambritose, this is our glyconutrient product, as I said, is validated by multiple peer-reviewed studies. It may enhance recall and recognition of memory, may improve mood and decrease irritability. I mean, everyone needs that these days. Supports your immune system as well as proper organ function, helps support proper digestive system function, promotes gastrointestinal health, and supports cell-to-cell communication. And they're the things that we're allowed to say. It does a lot more than that as well. And of course, our glycans, we've also put it into our anti-aging skincare range called Youth. It is absolutely phenomenal what this can do for your skin. The glycans get down underneath your skin layers into the skin matrix and help rebuild the collagen from the inside out. And it's just incredible what this product is capable of doing. I mean, have a look at these before and after photos. Just incredible. The clinical results. 100% of the people had smoother skin. Over 90% had more radiant and bright skin. Over 87% had less noticeable fine lines. Over 77% had firmer skin. Over 74% had improvement of overall appearance of the skin. And over 70% had less noticeable wrinkles. And as I said, those before and afters are just incredible. And of course, we love our families. Those of us that have families, and our kids are very important to us. And of course, we look after those guys as well. Some fantastic products there. They're Manna Bears, an awesome product for our kids. It has the Ambritose in it, so it has the glyconutrients in it, as well as 10 fruits and veggies, which is absolutely fantastic. And they're a very tasty little gummy bear. And of course, a lot of adults love them as well. GI Pro Balance, which is our pre and probiotic. It's for your gut health, which is vitally important. And of course, especially coming into cold and flu season, we're starting to get into the cooler months. Immunostart is a great product to have on call for when those sniffles start to happen. As the name suggests, it starts your immune system. Gives it a kick in the butt to get it going. Now, our sport products. We've just released this incredible sport drink, Impact Plus 3-in-1 sport drink. It improves hydration, reduces lactic acid buildup, increases stamina and endurance, and increases oxygen to the blood, which is your VO2 max. It's fantastic for endurance, hydration, and recovery. Now, before I kicked off the webinar tonight, I was off soccer training for my team, and I definitely had one of those before I went out there, and it just makes you feel unbelievable. It just lets you push through that barrier and just keep going. And of course, you don't wake up feeling like you've hit by a Mack truck the next day, which I absolutely love. Sport, which is another fantastic product. It's great for recovery, muscle recovery as well. And Bounce Back, which is, again, another unbelievable product. I have this every day. It is really good for joint pain. It's a natural anti-inflammatory. It increases calorie burn during exercise, reduces pain, reduces swelling and bruising, and relief. It gives you relief from muscular cramps and spasms. Then we have our True Health System, which is our complete fat targeting, toxin releasing, energy producing program. Everyone could do with that. And look at the results of some of these people that have been using our program. Sinead Pollock, from start to finish, a total transformation. I mean, I know Sinead personally, and that last picture there, I ran into her at a corporate event last year, and I almost walked past her until she said, "Hello, Stuart." She's an Irish lass, and it was the accent that gave her away. I had to have a double take, so I just did not recognise her. Phenomenal transformation. And we have Brian. Brian lives just up the road. Believe it or not, he didn't think he was fat in that first photo until he saw that sideways picture. And just after the 30-day program, his transformation is unbelievable. That was the 90-day program, sorry. And then now shift 2, people want to create a living with purpose. Now, I did say at the start about our social entrepreneurial program, which is M5M. Now, what social entrepreneur is basically where a for-profit company teams up with a not-for-profit entity to create sustainable change in some of the world's biggest problems. And the problem we have tackled, or Mannatech is tackling, is childhood malnutrition. So every time someone purchases one of our products, it creates a donation of our product called PhytoBlend to children in need. And the difference it is making in these kids' lives around the world is nothing short of incredible. We have thousands of stories like this one, but we can't tell you them all because we'd be here all night. So this is Aura from Guatemala. When Aura first began receiving nutritional support from us, she weighed what a 5-year-old should. The problem was she was 10. Her skin was pale, she had no hair on her head, and her health was quickly fading. Today, just over a year later, Aura is a healthy 12-year-old that runs, plays, and is again attending school. You swear it wasn't the same person. Just phenomenal. And as I said, there are so many stories like that. It just gives you a real warm, fuzzy feeling knowing that you can change kids' lives like that. And Naomi, I noticed Naomi is on here tonight as well. She had the chance of going and visiting some of the orphanages that Mannatech support, and absolutely blew her away. She wrote this: M5M gave me purpose far beyond money. I knew the product worked, but knowing I could impact the lives of children at the same time empowered me to do more. I even had the privilege firsthand of visiting the children in orphanages that Mannatech supports and saw the impact that PhytoBlend had on the children's health. Just amazing. So now shift 3, the need to control their financial future. Now, Thomas Frey was quoted at saying this: the world of work is going to be turned upside down as 2 billion jobs, over half the employment on the planet today, will be gone by 2030. And it's not hard to see why that is, and that's because of technology. And you don't have to, you'd have to be living under a rock if you haven't already noticed big shifts happening already. I mean, You got your self-serve checkouts at the supermarkets. We have big mines over in WA that are now driverless. All the vehicles are driverless. There's just got a handful of guys in a big humpy on Xbox controllers with big TV screens in front of them, controlling up to 6 vehicles each. It's just amazing. And that's not just those big dump trucks, it's the drilling rigs and everything. And I even saw a video the other week on YouTube that someone tagged on. It was a Domino's Pizza over in the States. A driverless vehicle was delivering the home delivery pizzas. The guys came to the car, pulled up out the front of the guy's house. There's a little keypad you put in the key that is on the you get when you put your order in, and then the window comes down. You grab your pizza, and then the automated voice says, "Enjoy your meal. Now please stand clear while we are about to leave." It's just incredible. So it is happening. Now, there's also a lot of challenges for families. Debt is out of control. The cost of living is rising, and there's a need for a second income. But the problem is with young families, there's only a little bit of money left over after you take childcare into account. So there's a need for flexibility as well. I mean, parents are wanting the flexibility to be able to go and see little Johnny play soccer at school, or have a look at the play that the kids are in, or go to the school assemblies. They want to be part of their kids' lives, and of course, dreams are being let go of, which is a really sad thing. People are shrinking their dreams to fit their income, and it should be the other way around. You should be able to be increasing your income so you can match your dreams. And single parent families are on the rise. It's a sad state of affairs, but it is this. There's so much more of it happening out there. Now, this is a great diagram. It's Robert Kiyosaki's cash flow quadrant on your different types of incomes. You have your linear income and your long-term income. On the left-hand side there, you have your employees and self-employed. Now, if you're an employee, you have a job, and if you're self-employed, you own a job. So that means you're basically trading time for money. Now, this is where 90% of the world sit, but only 10% of the wealth. Now, you have a look at the other side, which is your long-term income and your residual income. That's where your business owners are and your investors. That's where 10% of the population is in the world, but 90% of the wealth. Now, what we are showing you here tonight is a way to transition yourself from the left-hand side over to the right-hand side, which is where everyone should be playing. And Robert Kiyosaki's also quoted as saying, the number one way to increase your wealth is don't get a second job or a third job, but start a part-time home business. And of course, women in business are one of the fastest growing sectors of the economy. 82% of the direct sale reps are female, and social media is allowing women to connect like never before. So mums are loving being able to do this from home and still have time for the kids, which is really cool. And of course, men do as well. And the beautiful thing about what we do is spare cash gets you started. Now, once you get started with us, what you want to do is step one. This is where the money comes from. So step one, you establish 5 clients and 2 associates. Now, once you do that, you're going to be looking at between $150 and $400 per month, depending on what products are ordered. Not bad for 5 people. Step 2 is you help your 2 associates do exactly what you have just done. Find their 2 associates and get their 5 customers as well. So basically what you're doing is duplicating what you've done. And you're going to be looking between $800 and $1,300 on average per month. And of course, again, it depends on the products you've ordered. So that's just you're getting started money. Then you start looking into your long-term income. This is where the rubber really hits the road and you start getting into your residual income. Now, Gold Executive Director, you have a business volume of 20,000. you're feeding 200 kids. How awesome is that each and every month? Your annual income, you're looking at between $24,000 and $40,000, which is pretty incredible considering what you're doing. It's a part-time business, and that is has an asset value of $960,000. So what the asset value means is that is basically if you had $960,000 sitting in a bank, you would be looking at that annual income as interest, which is pretty cool when you think about it. And don't forget, this can be done. This is done on top of what you are currently doing. Then we have presidential director. We have a business volume of 40,000. You're feeding 400 kids each and every month. How awesome is that? And you have an annual income of between $70,000 and $100,000, and an asset value of $2 million. That's pretty amazing. So this is the pathway to presidential. These are your director levels as you start building your business, going from associate all the way up to presidential director. And then you have from presidential director all the way up to Crown Platinum Ambassador, which when you get up there, you're talking some serious dollars. You're looking at 6 figures monthly, which is kind of nice. It'd be very nice. And of course, the marketing system, online system that we have, so you can turbocharge your Mannatech business. They have done for you marketing funnels. We have automated lead generation, email, text, voice follow-ups, multiple ways to promote, and a proven marketing tools. It's a full marketing system that helps you succeed in record time. And as I said, it only takes spare cash to get started. $49.95. Now, I don't know where else you can buy a business for that sort of money. I mean, that is just spare change for a lot of people, which is just awesome. And then it's just a matter of once you've created your account, is to look at what products you want to personally use yourself. And a great way of doing that is buying, to start with, one of the value bundles. This is on top of your $49.95. Now, because it is a business, these value bundles are a great way to start, because it gives you a good cross section of what the products are, because you need to be a product of the product, so you know what you're talking about when you're talking with people. Or if you don't want to do one of the value bundles, you can just order the products that you want to personally order yourself. But as I said, they are a great way to start because it gives you a good cross section of different products. Now, there's benefits and risks. So the benefits, you can work your own hours, you can build a residual income, you have unlimited income potential, you can make back your investment quickly, you can work anywhere in the world, you can earn free holidays, there's lots of personal development to be had, there's freedom of time, you're doing something with purpose, you're part of a dynamic team, and you get real support. You're in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself. We're here to help you make a success of it. And the risk, well, the only risk you really got is the $49.95. The money back guarantee, well, that's not really a risk, that's a benefit. So you're backed by that 90-day money back guarantee on the products that you're purchasing when you first get started, which is kind of cool. So what do you do now? Well, step 1, register with Mannatech. Step 2, establish your account with Manalife and follow the proven blueprint for success. Step 3 is determine what products you want from Mannatech that you'd like to use each month. And then step 4, plug into our simple, easy to follow training and start making your dreams a reality. This is a great slide from Richard Branson, a great quote. If someone offers you an amazing opportunity and you're not sure you can do it, say yes, then learn how to do it later. Absolutely love that one. So what about if you just want to become a customer? Well, great. Just tell us what products interest you the most. Step 2, get started on the products of your choice today. And then ask yourself, is there anyone else you know that could benefit from these products as well? And then we always get back to the dream. Is it holidays that you're after? Is it the recognition? Is it the freedom to do what you want when you want to do it? Or is it financial security that you're after for your later years? Or is it the purpose that really drives you? It's your dream. Get out there and chase it. This is a great vehicle to help you do that. That's the end of the presentation tonight. I hope you have enjoyed it. I certainly have enjoyed giving it to you tonight and sharing it with you. Please get back to the person who invited you on to tonight's webinar and let them know where you stand, what you want to be, whether you want to be an associate or come on as a customer. And come on as an associate. I mean, why wouldn't you? $49.95 and start working towards that dream. Hope you had a great night. Hope you have a great night. And I look forward to catching up with people next time round. Have a great night.